The story begins with a murderer on the run. Charles Tom Vincent was born in 1838. He was a soldier in the Civil War, and he was in the 8th Ohio Infantry, where he was originally from. After the war, he decided to move to Arizona, where he later became a miner. One day, after work, him and his friend returned to their home after a long day of mining when they found 3 men trying to steal items from their house. They killed and buried all 3 of these men. In fear of getting caught, they decided to leave and promised never to tell anybody. Vincent decided to travel to the San Gabriel Mountains, which is now known as Wrightwood, California. His friend, however, decided to travel to Los Angeles. Vincent traveled to the far back side of Wrightwood. He found a location where he thought was a perfect place to settle. He built a cabin, which still stands today, and is known as Vincent's Cabin. My friend and I decided to check this out. As you start the hike, you have to cross a road barrier. After you walk about a third of a mile, you come up to a sign. To go to Vincent's Cabin, you have to go down to the left.
And the things that keep us awake, keep me alive.
The walk goes downhill about 0.6 of a mile. There's many different kinds of terrain. Once you cross a big log, you will begin to see it. There are still many artifacts located there today, such as pots and pans and a fireplace. The cabin itself has been refurbished. However, all the pots and pans are still the same ones that he used. One day, Vincent decided to go hunting for bighorn sheep. He hiked up to the top of the mountain to actually find a gold mine. And today, that mine is now known as the Bighorn Mine. Shortly after Vincent discovered the mine, he decided it would be in his best interest to sell it. He sold it to a small group of investors who spent a small fortune turning it into the largest mine in the Los Angeles County. After he decided to sell the mine, he continued to stay in his cabin and continued his sheltered lifestyle. And we actually hiked up to this mine. We retraced our steps, and instead of turning left at the sign, we turned right and went up. It is all uphill, and from there the hike is about 2.5 miles. Today, the mine is blocked off, however, there are still places to access the inside of the mine from the lower shaft. I did not go in, however, many people do. Apparently, the mine still has approximately 200,000 ounces of gold. As you walk up to the main part of the mine, there is a very scenic view. You can tell this mine has been there for a while, and the weather has really taken a toll on it. Once you enter the main part of the mine, there is a ladder that leads up to the main shaft. The ladder is very worn down and broken, but we climbed it anyways. At the top of the ladder, there's the mine gold shaft. You can still see the old railroad cart tracks. They are inside the mine as well as outside, many of them broken and separated.
Keep me alive.
On one of Vincent's trips up to the mine, he came upon 3 bears. He shot 2 of them, but as he was going to shoot the third, his gun jammed and the bear attacked him. He was very injured and was sent to a hospital in Los Angeles, where he later died in 1926. On his deathbed, Vincent told the doctors he wanted to be buried at the Los Angeles National Cemetery. The doctors couldn't find any record of him being in the war. Vincent later confessed to the doctors that his actual name was Charles Vincent Daughtry and that he was a wanted man. And now he is buried at the National Cemetery in Los Angeles. Round trip, we walked about 6 miles and it took us about 2.5 hours. As we walked down from the mine, we realized that Vincent must have had to do this every day, if not more than once every day. We got a small glimpse of what it was like to be Charles Vincent Daughtry for the day.